There are many facets to optimism as well as pessimism, and it's important to keep those things in mind when it comes to getting rid of pessimism or to reduce how much you are thinking in a negative way. In terms of optimism, obviously it is positive thinking, and this is one of the keys to reducing how much pessimism that you actually have in your own life. If you want to be reducing how much pessimistic thoughts, it's important to look at what pessimism actually is, as well as the relationship it has with optimism and your own mindset. The reason why I say this is because of a book that I read called The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. In one particular chapter, he focuses a lot on how you actually create excuses, and as well as some fears that you experience as well. And a lot of it revolves around your own mindset, and how he explains it is that he uses the analogy of a building. And when it comes to that building, it's attached to, let's just say, like a bank of memories. So first off is the apartment building, or the whatever the building it is that you want it to be. That building is empty right at the very beginning, and you get to choose who actually fills up each and every spot, each and every room that is in that building. This is important because at the end of the day, when it comes to our mindset is influenced by what it is that we're consuming and what we actually choose to consume, as well as how we actually view those types of things as well. So when it comes to filling in your tenants, or filling in the residents of that building, you have complete control over what it is that you want to be putting in there, whether it's going to be positive stuff, whether it's going to be negative stuff, whether it's going to be a mixture of both. The vast majority of types of people that are going to be in that metaphorical building will determine your own mindset. So in other words, if you're a pessimistic individual, chances are you're going to have a lot of negative residents in that building. And that comes with a slew of things. But more importantly, this is all going to be impacting your own mindset. Because again, pessimism is negative thinking. And this is all impacted by who is actually in that building. Because when you start asking questions, as David Schwartz explains, your bank is going to be influenced by what exactly is in that building. Because that bank is your memory bank, in short. So how you view specific events, how you view people, and how you react to certain things are all going to be stored into this memory bank. So at times where you're in a crunch and you suddenly start feeling like you're not going to make it, or you're going to be doubting yourself, that's actually you asking your brain, like, why can't I achieve this certain thing? And you believe that because your brain is going to be telling you every single instance of your mistakes, your failures, your shortcomings, and all of this other stuff that is just going to demoralize you. And yeah, and you're going to discourage other people from achieving their own things, or you're just going to be dragging the group down because you're in a bad spot, mentally speaking. At the same time, if you're optimistic about your stuff, you're going to be asking your brain completely different questions. You're going to be asking yourself, like, hey, I need a boost. What sort of pick-me-ups can you actually give me? And your brain is going to start searching through the building, and is going to pull out all of the positive memories about your achievements, about your successes, about times where things didn't look that great, but you overcame those challenges and you thrived. That sort of relationship is really important when it comes to eliminating pessimism. Now, obviously, you won't be able to eliminate it completely, as there will still be rooms for doubts, fears, and so on. But those things are going to be very small things that aren't going to be making as big of an impact as the positive mindset that you're trying to flourish and nurture. And really, it comes down to how you actually view certain things, and start taking the time to be asking questions and expressing gratitude as well. There's a lot of positive things and just positive feelings that you can experience that will influence what exactly is going to be taking up those rooms in that building. And really comes down to those sorts of positive things. If you're feeling really negative, if you're feeling really down, take some time to consume some positive content and to react positively in various situations. Expressing gratitude or showing appreciation for certain things that you have is something that's really good. And that's really how you can shift away from being pessimistic or to always being down or depressing. When you focus on the positive aspects of your life, there's actually a lot of things that you can show appreciation for that you might not actually realize, and it will start slowly changing your life. All that being said, it's important to have some grasp on reality. The reason why I want to be keeping some pessimism around is because pessimism can transform into realistic thinking. Thinking things in terms of being present, in being in reality. And for me, I think that's really important, and I explained all of that in another video revolving around toxic optimism and why too much optimism is actually really bad for you in terms of mindset and your own development. So it's important to be keeping that sort of balance, to be thinking optimistically, but also be thinking in realistic terms as well. But not to the point where you're just doubting yourself and dragging yourself down and never achieving anything. It's important to have that sort of balance, and that is how you can do it.